anybody can go and pull up any information on Google, ask Siri or Alexa about the pit bull umbrella, you will see Puny Canine's dog. That's why he has it with the red, white, and blue like it's a flag, because that dog is really blue. That is a popular dog that they use to talk about the pit bull umbrella online. All you reprobates probably know that. Anybody who want to say anything about a blue pit bull, y'all conquistadore Russian Remy God. He don't know if he Remy or DMX. That's why I call him Remy X. That's Puny Canine Remy X. His dog is blue. Hey, 252, if you see this right here, go on your computer, fam, and pull up the pit bull umbrella. You will see that exact dog. That dog is blue. That's why they make up their logos to look like nice head dogs and stuff like that. As far as like they need to use Sheba as a standard, and they need to use my old school watchdog as a standard, just like Bonafide game bred slave book. You know what I'm saying? He's a game bred slave book. That's like my dog. My dog, put it like this: when I got my dog, he didn't stress it or anything like that, but he did want to know was I could clip the ears. But all his dog's ears are not clipped. But predominantly, most of his dog ears are clipped, and he clips ears. You know what I'm saying? That dog looks like mine, probably at his older age. So these are some reprobate weirdos just trying to conjure up sorcery and not to live out the pact of Esau, to try to extend it. So everything about them is blaspheming. Like even the real ones, they already know, like the ones that be sending the devil emojis and shit, they know that they destined to die and be bird food, and you know, they're vessels of wrath. But you know, the ones like Puny Canine, he's so fucked up, they gonna blaspheme to the end, and they're trying. Only reason they're doing this is trying to get a little extension on something that's already been prophesied. You know what I'm saying? And that was prophesied that they was gonna do that. But I tell anybody, you know what I'm saying, anybody, especially you, MOAB, because you are brilliant, but man, I'm glad you don't, I salute you for not being a part of fraternity, but you kind of an issue that stems from the fraternity. You know what I'm saying? You go and anybody look up, if you pull up on your Google right now and you pull up anything about the pit bull umbrella, which has the Staffordshire on top and the Staffy Bull Terrier on bottom, you will see Canine Athlete's logo. That dog, I repeat, is a popular blue dog online. See, truth is always going to be revealed to somebody that has a true heart. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do a long video on this, but I'm going to share it through all out the video. If you look up anything on Google, this goes for WD Bastard, because ain't number like 8 or 9 of them fuckers anyway, and they got a machine pushing them to likes. You know what I'm saying? And not hating on anybody for likes, because this is not about likes. If two people hear what I say about the divine intervention, and never mind in my other videos, I'm used to having limited time or not having enough time to record how I want to. Blue Devil is my dog's little mate belly brother. So his pedigree is the same as my dog's, which my dog pedigree is about to be up there too. I repeat, I cannot stress this enough. I cannot stress this enough. Man, his fucking dog is really blue. That's why you never see the color of the dog. The computer devices that are gonna fail these reprobates, they're really neat. That's all I can say. They're really neat. Everybody knows that the internet prototype that Bill Gates got the money for, and that black guy that made it, he's a millionaire too, and that's coincides with Prophet too, because Judah is the reason why we're over here. It's no surprise to me if you find out the prototype for the internet was made by a black guy, and I forget the last name and the first name of the sister who wrote the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? This is all about Judah. You know what I'm saying? All this shit started with Judah. You know what I'm saying? Them people have a perpetual hate for us, and that's just the way it is. But I'm not going to make a long video on this. Like I said, we feed good here, and I got to go ahead and feed up my damn self. But I urge anybody, and especially you 252, when I told you last night to pull up that pit, and I messed up my terminology on that too, when I said Bully Son's tail was long than yours. Man, Bully Son's tail is just as thick. Not Bully Son, his son, Midnight Cowboy. His tail is just as thick. Look at this white lady. She crossed like I'm scared of her. Look at her. Look at her, a Neanderthal. She crossing the street, man. They still act like that. I'm scared of you. Shit, you probably smell like a dog. You probably got something up your sleeve right now. Look at her. barely walking, still showing hatred. They still crossing the sidewalk. I'm gonna tell you like my teacher said, Mr. Lawrence. Shout out to Mr. Lawrence in Durham, North Carolina. Man, shit, I be glad when y'all cross the street, especially when y'all come through with them trench coat mafia looking motherfuckers. I don't know what you got in your trench coat, but it's the white boy around here blowing up people, blowing up black people and Mexicans. Look at her. Look at her. I like to follow her a little bit. Look at her. Rudy in shape, just like the book of Revelations. Shaped just like a goddamn ruby. They falling apart a lot on them. They better come to y'all. Look at her, falling to pieces. Call herself being scared of somebody. Fuck out of here. But anyway, but like you said, that goes back to what I said in the earlier video, but I ain't even touching bases on that though. But yeah, man, I cannot stress it enough, man. Pull that shit up for the reprobates, man. Pull that shit up for the reprobates, man. Again, Indian Doc is in my pedigree. But man, you ought to pull that up, man, because that dog, of course, has a head like Sheba, and you got the standard for the pit bull gang dog that they want. I have an old school watchdog, so people have they're using my style of dog for the their logo headers too on their dogs. But it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? It is crazy. Man, that exact same dog on his logo is used with the devices, like they said that they're devices. The whole shit ain't nothing about trickery, the ideology of Jesus and everything. Man, I could, look at this dog right here. I could promise you that that dog is blue. That dog is really blue. That's why he doesn't have the original color on the dog. Puny Canine, if you hear me, hey, how you doing? If you hear me, man, why don't you reveal the true color of the dog that's on your logo header for your weak ass channel? See, my dog don't play, man. My dog don't play. That's what he supposed to do. He's really animal aggressive. If the baby was out here, he wouldn't even bark. But that is not, I cannot stress this enough. And like I said, I gotta go feed up, cause we feed good here. You know what I'm saying? All the way around, all the way around. But I assure you, bro, pull up a picture of Midnight Cowboy with, he the one got a pushy kangaroo tail. I'm not gonna say that that dog is not a pit bull, cause I would have loved to have him on my yard if I was in that era or something like that, or even something like that now. But the breeding of those dogs, they trying to take the umbrella apart and stuff like that. That's what got the dogs looking like that. Not saying that the dog is not a pit bull. And somebody need to tell Triple J to tie up his goddamn hound dogs. You know what I'm saying? Get them, girl. But yeah, you crazy, man. Cause I would pull that up. You need to pull that. I mean, they still gonna not. Either they're not gonna address it, or they're gonna come at you satanically and gay-like. But that's what hurts them. Just go ahead and stir them devils up, man. Stir them gay devils up, man. You need to pull up a picture of. You need to pull up a picture of Midnight Cowboy with his beady eyes, looking like a hound dog, looking like he about to rip something to shreds, though. Know what I'm saying? A good representation of the Eli breed, but that dog looks like a hound dog, and his tail is thicker than 252 Shebas. And also, for your own, if you don't even put this up, man, I would really appreciate it, man. I would really appreciate it, homeboy. If you go and just pull up anything about the umbrella reprobate and keep looking through and flipping through, you know how you move up and down, flipping your search, man. You know what I'm saying? Make it like your dog holding down the yard, searching for something to grab. And man, you will see his dog is blue. And talking about the pit bull umbrella is a popular dog because they're talking about blue, they're talking about the pit bull umbrella, they're talking about the UKC paper standard that really ran the blood in the ground. They can't get that staff out the back of their, the only way they can get Staffordshire out the back of their pedigree is if they kill their dog. You know what I'm saying? And that's a fact. That's why they never address that. But I cannot stress this enough, because I know y'all reprobate faggot pansies are gonna look at this. Man, that dog is blue. That dog is blue. Fuck what motherfuckers talking about, man. The blue comes from the Staffordshires, and OG is right about that. Their master is right about that, because at the same time, he like the devil to them. You know what I'm saying? Because the devil is really black. But I'm not getting into all that. But it's like this right here, not knocking him on anything like that, because I salute him for not even being a part of the fraternity. I've never heard him say anything about a fraternity to my knowledge. So don't quote me on that, but to me it seems like he does have morals. But at the same time, I will break it down again. I have done it in other videos, and really Google breaks this down and Pedigree breaks this down. But the breeding of the Staffordshire Terrier and the Pit Bull and everything, all the animals that came off the boat, with including the Staff Terriers and the Terriers and Bulldogs and shit like that, man, the repeating of those dogs when they mixed up the families of the Staffordshires, the top of the standard of the breeding umbrella, that's what I was really looking for, because it's still gonna show the Staff is on top and the Staffy is on bottom, slave boat. There's two different dogs, but they're in the same family. Okay, so that's what that is. But you see that funny built white lady trying to cross the street. Man, that shit is funny to me, man. That shit is funny to me. I wouldn't give a fuck. Go ahead and cross the street. I don't know what you got on you, man. I'm gonna tell you, like my maintenance instructor, man, when I was in school in Durham, North Carolina, man, and there was one white guy in there, and he was cool and stuff like that. There was a few girls and stuff in there cool. We were just talking about things that were going on in the news, and like he said, he thought he was a comedian too. He hate when you joke him. But he'll try to be a comedian too, and it was the white boy turn to get roasted that day or at that time, and he took it well. We all laughed. It was a good laugh. I call him Lawrence Lyon. The motherfucker looked like Lucius, but anyway, older Lucius. But anyway, like he said, I'll try to cross the street, but y'all see somebody try to throw off, and they doing it but showing their allegiance to white supremacy. But like he said, man, shit, I be crossing the street where y'all motherfuckers come. Y'all, especially y'all motherfuckers with that, with them trench coats. Looking like you the trench coat, that's why I threw that there, looking like the trench coat mafia. Well, there was a motherfucker white boy around here blowing up people in Austin, Texas. And shit like that. But yeah, I'ma tell you again, homeboy. Man, please pull up the picture of his dog. The identity of his dog with that pretty head and mouth is a blue dog. But not to get off the subject, the mixing of the Staffordshires when the UKC came up with the separate pit bull standard, which didn't stop any real dog, man, let alone the Oklahoma kid. That's where the blue came in at. So when people talk about they're not blue dogs and reds or staffs and stuff like that, they ain't doing nothing but putting whatever doctrine he has, you know what I'm saying? Okay, MLK had a doctor true of theology. He was still out here pushing the white man religion. He got his wig pushed back. Now his game intact. Shout out to UBU Crew Brooklyn, man. Shout out to UBU Crew Brooklyn, man. You know what I'm saying? Notice I said Brooklyn. UBU Crew Brooklyn. I said that for a reason, ain't to glorify, because it's a UBU crew in my hometown too. We're the sister city. You know what I'm saying? I'm not on that crew shit like that no more, but them still my guys. You know what I'm saying? But I'm bigging up UBU Crew Brooklyn right now. You know what I'm saying? I come from the sister city of that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Brownsville Ice Burglar. You know what I mean? So it is what it is on that. But yeah, man, and that's where the blue comes from. It does come from the Staffordshire. If it comes from band dogs and stuff like that and bullies, that's because of the breeding of the blue dog, because everybody goes crazy over blue to this day. Everybody goes crazy over blue and red to this day. Remy, Puny Canine, goes crazy over blue because that's my word. I keep telling y'all, I'm Spank Tudor. I'm a pet rat. I did this shit a lot of months before I even got my old school watchdog. So I know the game. I am the game. I'm from NC, the game. You know what I'm saying? So that, though, I can't say it enough, and I'm just stirring up devils. I know y'all faggots is mad about that. When y'all go and see, like y'all been pulling up pedigrees and stuff like that, y'all ain't gonna do nothing but come back with deflection and demonic symbols and gay talk. Talking about getting head soft and getting head soft and who doing this and who doing that about a head. Don't say nothing about no women. Don't say nothing about no women. Guess what, man? That dog is blue. And it is a pit bull. OG, that's a pit bull, bro. That is a pit bull. You are not a better breeder than Clyde Mason. You are not a better breeder than Maurice Carver. You are nowhere near a better breeder than Casey Couturier. You know what I'm saying? You're just not, man. I'm not trying to play you. You have the standard, and you have paperwork standard education in that, but so did MLK, and he put up a front and falsehood and used simple facts to override the truth. You know what I'm saying? You can't use the obvious to override the truth, because guess what? The obvious is derived from the word truth. Come on, man. And I didn't have to get any type of education to know that. It's pretty much common sense. So a lot of what you say is true. And as far as pedigree standard, I have paperwork on my dog. I've already explained the pedigree of the dog. The pedigree is online. And the thing is with that, I've already told y'all about what the watchdog is going through, as far as because of people that's don't understand the breed as a whole. The people that's hollering that they got blue dogs, and the people that's trying to say a red dog is a staff, that's what got it over. This reprobates anyway. It's something funny with the ADBA, because they're reprobates, and I think they're just trying to do something with the dogs. Since we're here at the end time, the end of days, not the end of the world, because Yahuwah's bride is the earth, and his children came from this earth, and she's crying out and copping the deuce right now. And she's ready to go back to her husband. And that's the way it is. But yeah, that dog is blue, bro. I'm not gonna get off subject, because like I said, we feed good here, man. Y'all be good, man. This is Spank Tudor, man, the full-blown Yahuwah, man. 252, man. It is what it is, man. The truth will set you free. The truth will always be. That's why nobody has have yet to prove me wrong. The only person that have proved myself wrong is by saying things, rushing through the footage and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I was actually recording it. Mr. Pretty Daughter of Zion that usually stops through here. I'm gonna see where her head at and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is on that. But man, pull up that dog. And if I was you, I would pull him up. I would pull up a picture of Midnight Cowboy too. Midnight Cowboy is a pit, and that blue dog that you can see that really is his logo is a pit bull terrier. Point blank, period. Midnight Cowboy's tail is bushy than a motherfucker. That's what made me say what I even said about him. You know what I'm saying? You can also look through the pedigrees yourself, whether your dog got papers or not. The dog, man, it's just like this. When Mountain Man Lester went to go buy Zebo from Lonzo Fratt in Lumberton, North Carolina, Robeson County. They say Robeson County, but it's Robeson County, Indian country. My grandmother is actually from out that way. You know what I'm saying? She was an Indian. Y'all bless her soul. Y'all bless her soul, you know what I'm saying? She was an Indian from Lumberton, North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? My aunts and stuff went to Indian funerals and stuff like that, where they put seashells on the graves and stuff like that. And you know, seashells hold up to the weather and stuff like that. And everybody had to wear their hair out, and all the little girls had to wear white dresses and stuff like that. That's a part of our family, which the Indians were already here. They were the sons of Ham. But not to get into that, my point is this right here, man. I would put that picture up of Cowboy with his bushy tail. You know what I'm saying? But back to the paperwork about the dogs. When Mountain Man Lester Hugh, if you don't have paper on your dogs, you do or don't. It's all about if you know how to pick out a pit bull. These devils and faggot boys have said this in their prior videos before I came into the equation and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Before they caused beefs and misconceptions and lies about the dogs to bring in more views, all to cast sorcery spells and tongue spells. That dog is blue, and you can't miss the dog, because they using the dog to talk about the blue in the pit bulls, and they talk about staffs and stuff like that too. The same thing that OG is talking about, that y'all call Kwame. You know what I'm saying? So that you cannot miss the dog. His dog is blue. And I don't know if that's been pinpointed before, but you can't miss it, because as soon as you start to pull your search up and you're talking about the pit bull umbrella, you know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about where it's got all the bully breeds and stuff like that there, but you're gonna have to pull that up, and all that'll come up, and you'll see that. And I'm gonna find that diagram with the staff. Somebody has showed it before on their station. It's probably on bully breed, but the Staffordshire is on top, and the Staffy Bull Terrier is on bottom. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that dog is blue, man. That dog is blue. His dogs don't look nothing like that because it's not that they can't take the staff out the back of their pedigree. That's why they never addressed that. You know what I'm saying? My point has been proven several times with the Conan pick of, with the pet pick of Conan and the whole video footage that was put up about me on Staffordshires and stuff like that. Staffordshires, they were separated by paper standard, but they're in the same family, and the real dog guys, they kept them up there. So if they're ready to stop breeding Jeep, White's Tab, Rodriguez and Crenshaw's Gator, which was gamed out by Chicken Sound salute. Even the Queen of Hearts. They never talk about Abraham, the Queen of Hearts. They talk about the Queen of Hearts, but that was Abraham's Queen of Hearts. You know what I'm saying? She was a winner anyway, but like Mr. Boyle said, I know that you will bring out the best in her. And she was nearing towards her end of her stint, you know what I'm saying? She wasn't even supposed to fight no more like that, you know what I'm saying? She was already proven, but the best of that dog was brought out by a black game dog man. Shout out to Abraham's Queen of Hearts. Salute. Shout out to Mr. Boyles for putting that knowledge and faith into that guy and dealing with him as a dog man because they were knowledgeable. All these dogs stem from Staffordshire. The master of all bulldog, whatever dog pit bull you have on your yard that's really a pit bull, you cannot take the staff out the back of the pedigree. No matter how far you got to go back to get it. You can't do it. Your dog might not be kin to Beelzebub, but if you're lucky, it's kin to Tacoma, the Jet Bomber dog and stuff like that. Those dogs were ripping apart pits. They were pits. They were bred into pits. Paper Standard did that to the dog. So as a part of a pit bull cult and the fraternity and and mischief, a lot of those guys, they trying to breed it out, but you're not gonna be able to. You're gonna have to kill your dog. So go kill your dog if you don't want it to have staff descent in it. How much staff descent it has in it, I don't know. But that's why that was never argued. For all you reprobates and all my guys that's willing to hear the truth about the dog and about spirituality and about yourself, no matter what race or nationality you are, or if you're male or female, it is what it is. The truth will always be. So no matter how many immoral acts you do as part of soothsaying and stuff like that, people already know. We already know. We know. You know what I'm saying? I just use my knowledge as an outlet to swing my sword because I'm waiting for the Elohim, what y'all call the God of the scout and captive to come, the descendants, the Elohim who punished his children with a rod of correction, as the creation of a white man who was created by the devil and made a deal with Esau and had laid with animals in caves and bred you in and out of them and created the third races as enough to, as in means to be able to live out their pack. That same sorcery stuff, this trick has already been done. You're not going to be able to extend that. Just hope that you're not a vessel of wrath and hope that you can repent. You know what I'm saying? Again, I say white people that's trying to be nice, or the ones that's crossing the street, or the ones that's, I ain't gonna lie to you, that woman stopped right here to let me and my dog cross the street. We were damn near to the corner. You know what I'm saying? And that's nice and that's good and that's really looking out. It could have been just about the dogs, you know what I'm saying? But you're not gonna be able to stop divine intervention. If every African American person comes to the truth, or around the African diaspora all around the world, because we were scattered everywhere, Samoans, all that shit is black. Mexicans, black Mexicans that's in the mountains, they can't even afford to even allow to try to make what I call the journey across the border, where the white people are smashing their water and stuff like that, and saying they need to die if they try to go across the border and stuff like this. Was pre-wall shit. You know what I'm saying? Those people are black. You know what I'm saying? Filipinos, all that shit. But I'm just saying, yo, it is what it is. It is what it is. But man, I can't stress enough, and I got to go, bro. Please put up a pedigree of cowboy with his thick ass tail, thicker than Chiba. Let me get back to the mountain man. Yeah, that dog, Zebo, arguably one of the, which I think is Pinscher, which is a Kobe, a Staffordshire, and White Terrier. The prototype of the dog that came over here to fight in the pit. I think Pincher with 24 straight wins and no losses is a better dog than Zebo. But Zebo was bought with no papers from Mountain Man. The dog bit him on Lonzo Frat Yard. He came back about a week or two later and bought the dog. You know, that dog had no papers, never had papers on him. You know what I'm saying? A dog Staffordshire, it ain't about home. Understand what home is, big homie. If you got credentials or not on education on animal breeding or what have you, animal science, that's all well and good. Anybody could take a course. MLK took a course. A faggot wrote his speeches. There's nothing good about gays. Gays is a part of sorcery. Homosexuality, all that lesbo shit is a part of sorcery. So it's nothing that holds weight, but it doesn't. That hold weight, but it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Pull up that blue dog that that man is using, and yes, it's a pit. But like I said, I can't stress enough, my point has already been proved. I'm just, anybody that can see and use common sense, whether you got to get by yourself and pray to Jesus to do so, you know what I'm saying, you'll see that everything I said was real and correct. And let y'all see my dog, y'all doing sorcery out here. That's why WD Bastard want people numbers. They ain't want to see the pay. First he said, let me see the numbers, let me see the numbers. You know what I'm saying? But that dog is blue, man. But about the blue and the staff, yeah, it is what it is on that, man. Even world history itself, American Game Dog history proves that those, the mixture of the Staffordshires, when the families, because they bred them together, they bred them separately. Kobe bred his Staffordshire separately. Gas House and Burks, everybody bred their Staffordshire separately. But when the American Pit Bull came into play, which is really based off of the standard, well, the non-standard of the dogs when they came over here off the boat, the blue came in through the mixture of those dogs. There's no denying that the Staffordshire is on the top of the umbrella. But please pull up that blue dog for me, man. I might just go ahead and get me a little smartphone, or I might just have to go in the room and do what I got to do, because I'll pull it myself. I love, truth brings energy. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that these guys are cutting up with this gay mischief wizardry shit, because that just means that men that feel like me and know that they're ready to go ahead and join the 144,000 that are already chosen or witness the camp and be a part of the camp, these are the signs that that time is near. I'm the full-blown Yahuwah, man. I gotta go feed. We feed good here. Ain't about the teeth falling out shit. It's all about knowledge, divine order, divine truth, you know what I'm saying, and divine intervention.